Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. For this weekend's video, I wanted to keep things light and relaxed and share a couple of quick tips that might help you prepare for some upcoming updates. Let's start with tip number 1. Until June 20th, one of the strongest headgear cards in the game, the Alien Fallen Angeling card, is seeing a noticeable price drop. Normally, this card sits around 8 to 9 billion zeny, but during the current period, I've already seen it going for around 5 billion. For players who have been waiting for an opportunity to pick one up, this could be one of the best chances you'll get for quite a while. I don't expect the price to stay this low forever. Once the card gacha rotates and the supply starts drying up again, many players will likely hold their cards and wait for the market to recover. We've seen this happen many times before with highly desirable cards. So if this card is already on your wish list and you have the zeny ready, it might be worth acting sooner rather than later. Now for tip number 2, prepare your BCC for next week's bargain event, or don't. I know that sounds a bit strange, but hear me out. For some players, the bargain event can be a fantastic opportunity. If you're only missing 1 or 2 important cards to complete your build, this event can help you target those missing pieces. On top of that, there are various progression materials available, including some resources that are normally very difficult to obtain. Yes, even Eyes of Soul can appear. However, there is one important thing to remember. According to several testers on the CBT server, the drop rates for the premium rewards are not exactly generous. In fact, many of them reported that getting the items they actually wanted took more resources than expected. Expect only you will get pity on this kind of box, so don't feel pressured into participating. This is one of those events where expectations matter a lot. If you go in hoping to hit the jackpot immediately, there's a good chance you'll walk away disappointed. But if you treat it as a long-term resource event and only spend what you're comfortable spending, then it becomes much easier to manage. Ragnarok Mobile never stays quiet for long. Every month there is always another box, another card, another upgrade system, or another way to tempt us into spending our hard-earned BCC. So sometimes the best investment isn't what you buy, it's what you choose to skip. That's especially true if you're a low spender or a moderate spender, trying to maximize efficiency. A lot of veteran players become strong, not because they buy everything, but because they know exactly which upgrades are worth chasing and which ones can wait. Moving on to tip number 3, start preparing for the new upcoming job Hilmenez. History has shown us that new jobs often arrive with a lot of attention and experimentation from the player base. If you're someone who enjoys playing physical DPS classes, Hilmenez is definitely a job worth keeping an eye on. Because of that, my recommendation is simple. Start stocking resources now. Save your S runes and S star runes, instead of spending them immediately on minor upgrades. We don't know exactly how strong Hilmenez will be once players fully optimize the build, but if the job turns out to be a long-term meta contender, you'll be happy that you prepared in advance, rather than scrambling for resources later. Preparation is much cheaper than catching up, and even if Hilmenez doesn't become the next dominant job, having extra rune resources ready is never a bad thing. So for now, I'd suggest holding on to them and waiting until we have more information after release. Tips number 4, do dailies content. It sounds obvious, but sometimes the simplest things are the easiest to skip. Make sure you're doing your daily Abyssal Dragon quests, especially the mini and MVP hunts. The rewards might not feel exciting every single day, but over time, they add up significantly. And if possible, try to participate in the world boss as well. The drops alone can be worth around 6 million zeny, which is not bad at all for content that many players can clear relatively quickly. On top of that, the mini and MVP quests also have a chance to reward valuable items such as deeds or fragments of deeds, which are increasingly important now that inheritance skills are becoming a bigger part of character progression. Remember, steady progression from daily activities still matters. Sometimes the most efficient upgrades come from simply staying consistent. Final tip, and for the last tip of today's video, if you're currently looking for a fun, active, and competitive guild, don't forget that Hell Rios is still recruiting. We're especially looking for dedicated support players who enjoy teamwork, PvP, and growing together as a guild. Hell Rios is an international guild with members from different countries and different backgrounds, which makes the community quite unique. Whether you're a veteran player or someone looking to improve, you'll find plenty of people willing to share knowledge, discuss builds, and enjoy the game together. Of course, we also have our beloved and notorious commanders, including the legendary but cutie short Stancer 666, who somehow manages to motivate people and bully them at the same time. So if you're interested, feel free to reach out. Who knows, maybe you're the next future Hell Rios warrior we're looking for. Anyway, that's all for today's weekend tips video. Have a great weekend, take care of yourselves, and good luck with whatever goals you're currently chasing in Ragnarok Mobile. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.